It's time to get so real. Most of the pain you have experienced in your life has probably come from a woman. And I know this is a controversial statement to make, and I really hope this video does not end up in the manosphere algorithm as proof that, oh, listen, even another woman is saying that other women ain't shit. No, I am definitely not trying to shame women. And if you know me, then you know that my work is helping women, leading women back to themselves, back to greater freedom, creativity, and purpose. So my intentions are really to facilitate healing amongst women. My intentions are to start an actual conversation that will help the divine feminine consciousness that I believe is rising on this planet. But in order for us to tap into our divine feminine consciousness and to restore the feminine balance on this earth, we need to be having these difficult conversations. So if you see me looking down, by the way, it's because I have notes, as I don't want this to be a rant on, oh, story time, this is how many women have hurt me, this is what they did. This video does draw on my personal experience, but I am really and truly hoping that this is a conversation starter. This is going to lead to personal transformation, which is a direct consequence and cause of social transformation. So before I get into why a lot of our pain, our fear of being attacked, of being shamed, has probably been taught to us by other women who have shamed us and attacked us for being our true selves, let me get into why I even wanted to make this video, how it came about, why I randomly decided on a Friday morning when I'm making this video to share how you're not scared of people, you're not scared of people's judgment, you're most likely scared of female judgment. So I start my day, every single day, pulling tarot cards. Don't you know how spiritually protected you are? In this card, there's a woman and she's basically saging her ops. And that's like you. This is a reminder to tap into prayer, to tap into the spiritual strength. When your physical strength is waning, when you feel weak, when you feel lost, when you feel confused, go within. And the cards that came out today were actually related to love. I'm in a talking stage with a man, and actually, before we get into it, we need to make clear how when I'm using the term woman is a loose category. It can apply to those who are born a woman, it can apply to those who have decided to become a woman. If you're a black woman watching this, then you'll know that amongst black women, there can be rivalry due to colorism, for example. I've had a lot of darker skinned black women try to shame me, try to attack me, but I'm sure there's darker skinned women who have had light skinned women try to make them feel small and inferior. So I know we have to be very careful when it comes to these conversations on gender, which is why I don't want the manosphere algorithm to get this video. But anyways, going back to how I start my morning with a tarot reading, today the message was about romantic love between me and a man that could be brewing. And the thing that came up, I pulled the Judgment card, and I was thinking of how this man follows me on Instagram, and for those who follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm very vocal. I don't shy away from talking about uncomfortable topics, and I love to talk about spirituality and returning to ancient wisdoms and challenging Abrahamic faith. And I realized I don't feel scared about this man seeing all of that. I'm never thinking, what's this man going to think? Is this man going to think I'm weird? I realized I actually fear that from other women. And that's why I want to have this conversation. I realize that even when I've given advice to people who want to become more visible on social media, and maybe you're one of them, you want to be more visible, you know that you have views and opinions that deserve to be heard, especially in Leo season. Leo is fire, it's the sun, it's activating our star celebrity like qualities, and I have a Leo placement, so I think that's also why I'm very visible on social media. I have helped other women who want to be visible, but there's something holding them back from really putting up their truth. And I've always said, oh, you're scared of people judging you. But I actually think it's you're scared of other women judging you. I have realized that I'm scared of other women judging me as well. And when I think into my experiences, the shame that I have felt for being my authentic self has come from girls and women. It started at secondary school where I was bullied by another black girl who had the same name as me, and who, as an adult, I realized she felt very jealous of me. She felt very insecure. And that led me to think, oh, how many other insecure women project their insecurities onto others? I realized as well how in university I had a lot of backstabbing from female friends. Females have really been the one to injure me. And when we think about society and the collective, and why is it that, let me just quickly read my notes. Why is it that so many women are hurt? There are a lot of reasons. If you look into society, there's a lot of reasons. Maybe women hurt other women. Maybe there's rivalry and tension because of the fact that we were never taught to worship women. If you think about God, the Abrahamic definition of God, God is a paternalistic figure. God is the father. God is a man. We've never been taught to worship women, to see women as sacred and special. It starts very early from that. I also realized how we've also been taught to fear special women. If you think about the witch trials, something that I know really has created a lot of ancestral and generational curses. Actually, let me not use the word curses because words are power. It's created a lot of blockages. You know, a lot of women who, they're powerful, they have so much medicine to pour into the world. They have a witch wound. We think about, and I'm making this video in Europe, in London, and you can look into the history of London and the amount of witch trials. Beautiful, powerful, sacred, magical women were burnt at the stake or persecuted, and we don't really talk how that has an effect on us, how we're scared of other women. We've been programmed to be fearful of very powerful women. So when it comes to now, 21st century, standing in your power, standing in your authenticity, this is why we're fearing the persecution. This is why we sense danger. We remember it in our bodies. I just wanted to highlight how this is a conversation that we need to have, because the divine feminine energy that I believe is necessary to rebuild the world and reset the world, we fear it. We have sister wounds, we have mother wounds, and that's a reflection of how the divine feminine energy has been the word that is coming up has been sacrilege. That's the word. I'm going to quickly Google what sacrilege actually means. I'm someone who, even though I made notes, I'm also as well just speaking off the dome and just, really. Yes, sacrilege. Sacrilege, the violation, misuse, or disrespect of a sacred object, place, or person. Women have been, what's the word? They've undergone sacrilege. Can we use that? Yeah. Sacrilegious. Women have undergone a sacrilegious experience. And I feel that in order for the divine feminine power to rise within us, but collectively, we need to be healing our relationship with women. And how do we heal the mother wound? How do we heal the sister wound?